Now then, it's Dan Dixon from DanDixonMusic, and welcome to the MastoCast, episode 110. We are at episode 110. Hope you are doing well if you listen to this on the Friday that it comes out. And yeah, hope you're having a good weekend. Let's give you the weekly MastoCast weather report as I'm recording this on the Wednesday. Bloody windy. It's bloody windy. Like, black clouds are looming over. We've had a bit of rain. And, yeah, it seems to be cooling down a little bit. Not cool enough for work. Jesus Christ, like, every day at the factory that I work out, it's insufferable. It's horrible. Well, not insufferable. It's horrible. It's just unbearable is what I was looking for, the word. It's horrible. Just muggy. You're sweating the second you walk in. It's nasty. Genuinely, part of me is looking forward to winter. Like, never thought I'd say that. I do like a bit of winter. I do like a bit of autumn. So can we have some of that, please? That would be great. But it is what it is. We'll push through it. We'll push through it. Like, I'm hoping that it's, you know, good weather for when me, Haley, and a few of my friends go see The Cure at Edinburgh, because that's going to be like outdoorsy and all that sort of stuff. And the Fringe is on, so planning to go up there as well. So hopefully the weather's good then. So yeah, that'll be good. You know, hope people enjoy Bloodstock this weekend. I am very effing jealous. I've just been like looking at some people's photos saying like they're on the way to the festival and like pitching up the tents. There's some of the people who've got like the Wednesday admission to the festival. So yeah, not gonna lie, pretty jealous. Still don't think it's as good as last year's lineup though. Last year's lineup, the one I went to, was unbelievable. But yeah, it still looks like a good year, and I hope anybody who's going to Bloodstock has a bloody good weekend. So yeah, what have I been up to? Not a lot, I'll be honest. I haven't been up to anything really ever since the last podcast episode. Been holding it down at home whilst Haley was off for a hen do. She went to a hen do. Yes, she did. She got a bit drunk, I believe. So yeah, she had a hen do. It's all coming. It's all coming up. Like, the wedding's getting closer. Been looking forward to that. All that sort of stuff. And yeah, it's very, very cool. I'm very, very looking forward to it. And like, I've got my stag do in about 4 weeks' time. In fact, 1 month today, as I record this, I will be in Liverpool for my stag do. I have no idea what I'm doing for it. No idea. Our Adam, my little brother, he's the best man. He's going to be sorting out for us. So yeah, looking forward to it. And yeah, like, it's just I think when Haley went on a hen do, it was kind of like, yeah, fucking hell, it's getting really close now. Like, so it's about 6 weeks' time, I believe. We fly over there. So yeah, crazy. Fly over to Vegas, and you will get a full-on Las Vegas, Mexico review on the podcast. You know, I'll chat about everything that happened over on holiday. Everything. Very excited. Very, very excited. So yeah. So yeah, like I said, I haven't been doing much at all ever since last week. Just been playing some video games, been going to work. I've done some overtime, just trying to get a bit more spending money. Basically, whatever overtime I do this month will basically come out next month's pay, which is like a few days before like we fly over to Vegas. So it'll really help with all the spending and all that sort of stuff, because it sounds pretty expensive over there, but I think it's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, Vegas, Mexico, can't wait. But yeah, as I said, I haven't been doing a lot really. Just been chilling, playing some video games, and yeah, working. That's basically all I've been doing. And you know, August is kind of like a quiet month really, which is which is decent. Like, last month was like quite busy, so this month is, pretty quiet. Not a lot going on, apart from The Cure at the end of the month, which I'm very, very much looking forward to. And like, in terms of gigs, really, like, The Cure, I think, is the only one I've got for the rest of the year. I'm trying to look now. Like, I've got Australian Pink Floyd in November, which will be really good. I'm not seeing Australian Pink Floyd before, and I'm seeing Tsunami in Newcastle on the 4th of December. And that's it for gigs, pretty much. Really, there's not a lot else going on. Yeah, would like to get tickets for Saxon though, and who's the other band? I forgot. Shit. Deep Purple. Yeah, me and my dad want to get tickets for Deep Purple in November, and Saxon. So, yeah, fully going in on them ones. That's for sure. But speaking of, while I'm talking about gigs, gigs, there's been a couple of tour announcements which look really bloody good, and I think I'm gonna have to go to them. Because Megadeth have announced their European and UK tour for next year, rolling around March and April, and it's a bloody big tour they've got going on. And I suppose, like, with them doing the whole farewell tour, supposedly, I don't really believe bands when they say it's a farewell tour. I mean, they did release their album this year, their self-titled Megadeth album, which they have turned around and said, like, this is the last one. There'll be no more Megadeth after this, and yeah, we'll see. So this is it's looking like it's going to be the end. It's looking like it's going to be the end of Megadeth, and feeling quite sad about it, but at the same time, yeah, fair enough. Don't blame them for finishing. Dave Mustaine's voice isn't going to get any better, but from what I've seen from like some other clips and all that, his voice doesn't sound too bad. Like, I think it's just kind of on and off. But there is this UK and European tour that is happening, and got support from Testament and Black Label Society. So that's a pretty good fucking free band bill. I seen Megadeth with Testament years ago. Like, the first time I saw Megadeth, they were supporting Judas Priest, and Testament were also on that bill. So it'd be cool to see them two bands together again at last. I like Testament, and I'm not like massively clued up their discography, but I've seen Testament a few times and they fucking crush it live. And Alex Skolnick is a fucking great guitar player, and Chuck Billy's a cool frontman. They've got some really cool shit. I like Testament. Black Label Society, like, they're rad. They're really cool. I still need to listen to their new album, because I like the new singles that came out. So I need to listen to their new album. I'll hopefully talk about that next week, maybe. So yeah, Black Label Society. I've seen them once at Download. I think it was 2012. They were on the main stage. It was when they had the album. What's it called? Is it The New Order or something like that? Order of the Black. That album is a fucking wicked album, that. And they've got some really good stuff, like Mafia is a really good album. And the one, I think it was the one after that. Let me just have a quick look. I've got like a Black Label Society album as well, somewhere downstairs, that I do really like. Let's see. It was The Blessed Hell Ride. Yeah, that's a fucking sick album. Mafia is great. I think that's probably one of the better ones. Catacombs of the Black Vatican. That's the album that I'm thinking of. Yeah, for some reason, The Order of the Black isn't on streaming services, which is, yeah, very, very weird. But yeah, that's a cracking album. Really, really good. So I need to, you know what, while I'm here, while I'm on my Apple Music, I'm going to add it to my Apple Music. I'm going to add that album, and I'm going to listen to it. Whether it's any good or not, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, got a lot of time for Zakk Wylde, of course. So Black Label Society and Megadeth, calling it a day. They've had quite the legacy. I love that a lot of their early material. There's some later material that is also pretty good. Endgame in particular, I think, is a fantastic album. Some good stuff on 13. United Abomination's a great album. obviously all the Masterpiece stuff is like friggin' Rust in Peace, which is a 10 out of 10. Countdown to Extinction, and what's the other one? Fucking Peace Cells. I love that album too. They've got some amazing albums. That I absolutely love. Some of them are a bit questionable, like the latest one and Super Collider. But yeah, like Megadeth, I've got to see them before they call it a day, really. Because I've seen them before be absolutely brilliant live. Like, one of the best times I've seen them was at Download 2010, and it was like the 20th anniversary, I think, of Rust in Peace, and they brought Dave Ellefson back on bass, and they pretty much played that album in its entirety, with like a couple of other like stuff like Symphony of Destruction was in there, and like Peace Cells with Who's Buying, and there was a couple of songs from Endgame as well, from what I remember. Yeah, like Megadeth are like a genuinely really good live band. I've seen them a few times, like a Download and stuff, and like I say, on that Judas Priest tour that they did in 2009 at Sheffield. And yeah, like the tour dates, big long tour. Like, we got Belfast, London, Nottingham, Manchester, Cardiff, Glasgow, and Leeds. Leeds Arena, my favourite arena of all time. And yeah, I'm over the moon about that. Like, obviously loads of other European dates as well. Paris, Brussels, Amsterdam, Dusseldorf, Copenhagen, Oslo, Hamburg, Berlin, Krakow, Munich, Bern, Milan, Lyon, Barcelona, Madrid, Lisbon. So there you go. Thank you, Megadeth, for doing an actual tour. Really appreciate that. And playing my favourite arena, which is Leeds Arena. It's a fucking great one, that. So, yeah, I think I'm going to bag a ticket for that one, because I got to see Megadeth before they go. And another tour announcement, which happened earlier today, actually, comes from none other than Weezer. Weezer on the Gathering Worldwide tour, featuring support from Taking Back Sunday. And this tour is also really good as well. Like, Dublin, Newcastle, Manchester, Leeds, Glasgow, Birmingham, London, Cardiff. Like, that's a good UK tour. That's what we want. That's if every band could just do a UK tour like this, like, I'd be happy, because, like, you can't forget about the North, the Northeast. And a lot of people will be like, oh, well, Manchester's the North. It's not proper North, is it? Oh, yeah, I said it. Fuck you. Look, like, need more bands at Newcastle. Need more bands in Leeds. Trust me. Like, it'll be great if you can all just come there. And the fact Weezer are doing Newcastle and Leeds is really effing great. So, yeah. But, like, loads of arenas for this one. Weezer out with Taking Back Sunday. I've never seen Weezer before, so I think I'm down for this one as well. This isn't until May. They're playing Newcastle on my dad's birthday. Oh, look at that. But yeah, Weezer got like so they've got a handful of albums that are really bloody good, that I really like. Obviously, like the Blue album, Pinkerton's fantastic. Green album, the White album, OK Human, I think it's quite good as well. I think that's good. They also got a handful of shite as well, like the Van Weezer album, which was like their 80s hair metal album, and like the Teal album, which was covers, and like they've done some pretty weird ass albums. And hopefully this new album that they're coming out with, which is due out in a couple of weeks' time, it's called the Gold album, and it's been about 4 years since we've last had a release from Weezer, and it sounds like they might actually be cooking up a decent album. Because I've just been listening to the new single now called CEO, which is coming out on the new album, and it's really good. I actually really like it, and I listened to some of the other singles of the album. Like that sounds good as well. So hopefully we're in for a bloody good Weezer album. If they can just concentrate on doing good music, and like stop with all this gimmick shit like Van Weezer, and like the Seasons EPs were a bit weird. you know, like doing the theme. I mean, I will say, OK Human was good. They were going for like an acoustic sort of orchestral or analog type album. That album actually is really good. I actually do like that one. But when they start like doing like cover album, and the Black Album was really fucking weird as well. If they like, you know, if they can concentrate on doing something really good, I'm all in. So yeah, Weezer at Newcastle, I want to be there for that one for sure. But yeah, that's it for tours, I believe. I've not seen anything else. I would imagine that when Bloodstock comes around over the weekend, there'll be more tours announced, because you know what it is like. You go to some of these festivals, and there's loads of like tour flyers like plastered on all the walls of like stuff that was yet to be announced in the public online and all that sort of stuff. So usually you'll get some tours from other bands like announced around about the festival weekend, and they probably will do the same as well, like when the festival comes around in a few weeks' time. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what is going on, really. But yeah, Weezer, Megadeth, let's fucking go. But yeah, what else? Been playing a bit of Pragmata. In fact, I've finished Pragmata. I finished it the other night, / morning. I was up until about 5:15 in the morning playing this game. Did a little bit of stream. Didn't go well because like I was on like after midnight, and like I don't really stream anymore or let people know. But I streamed it anyways. And yeah, I played this game because it was just before. It was a day before my night shift, so I was like, well, I'm going to try and stay up as long as I can, so my body clock's like, you know, good. But yeah, Pragmata. Been playing it for a couple of weeks now, and it came out early this year. Capcom's new IP. Been having a lot of good praise, and you know, I was very intrigued, ready to get into it, and I gotta say, thoroughly enjoyed this game. Really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Probably about an 8.5 to a 9 out of 10, I'd say. Yeah, it's really bloody good. Like, quite simple story, but good. Quite emotive. Some good like character development, like between you players Hugh, and you have like this kid like robot thing that helps hack into your enemy's mainframe to expose the weak points. Like some pretty cool character development along that. So yeah, I do like that. Yeah, I like how you've got this different mechanic of like hacking all these robots to expose like the weak points and stuff like that, so you can kill them a lot easier. And it's quite it can be quite intense sometimes. Like there's a few of them coming towards you, and then like you're aiming at them, and then all of a sudden you're doing your best to like hack, like do like this sort of mini puzzle. Excuse me, as you keep going. And yeah, I do really like it. Really cool looking robots. They're pretty fucking crazy. Some of them can be quite challenging at times. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. It's a cool, interesting story of how you end up at this moon base. And on this moon base, it's like a ginormous like 3D printer that will print stuff in an instant. Like, so it's actually like people have actually been able to 3D print like a whole moon base and stuff. And like, but like someone's managed to like sort of hack it within Edis, which is like the sort of like the hub of the whole base, and it turns on like your character, and it will literally just like 3D print like all these robots that are just gonna come out and get you, and obviously you just gotta get them. There's like 5 different sections of the moon base you gotta explore to try and get to like your escape route to go back to Earth, basically. But like you got like 5 different areas, like, you know, some big bosses at the end. Took me about 10.5 hours to complete, so you know, pretty short and sweet. But yeah, like, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really cool. A lot of like weapon upgrade sort of stuff. Got like a shelter that you go to, and like, you know, suit upgrades, all that sort of stuff. Game looks really good as well. The only sort of niggle is like quite a lot of it looks the same, like wherever you go. There's like the odd bit where like there was someone who tried to 3D print like New York City onto the moon base, so you look at that and it looks quite cool, and like when you actually go out to the surface of the moon and zero gravity, it looks good there. But like, to be honest, like when you're like indoors, like a lot of it kind of looks the same. It's very white. It's very white and very sort of rectangular, I guess, in a way, like quite blocky. Like these rooms are like quite blocky and white. But that's about it, really. Nothing too much to whinge about. Like, it's still a good looking game. I just thought like some of like the areas that you go to do look very similar. And there's quite a lot of that. And like every now and then you'll be presented with like, you know, there's, like I said, there's like when you go outside onto the moon itself, and very like you see out in New York City side, I think it's like there's like the odd bit that's quite cool, and I'm like, that's nice. It's nice. It's a good little change. You know what I mean? But yeah, I really enjoyed this game. About 10.5 hours, and yeah, a lot of people have been, you know, raving about it as well. A lot of people have been saying it's really good. I won't go as far as to say like it's game of the year for me. It's still Resident Evil Requiem. Having said that, I've literally only played like 2 new games this year. I should probably give Star Fox a go whenever I get the chance, because that does look pretty good. Yeah, I've only played the 2 new games, like I said, just Resident Evil Requiem and Pragmata. But I'll be pretty happy if it ends up like shortlisted in the Game of the Year awards. Like it'll definitely be in there somewhere. Like it'll be really cool if it's shortlisted, like, you know, the finals for Game of the Year. Like, you know, it's really, really good. I thought it was class, and you know, it's definitely got like its own unique thing to it. Like I say, with like all the hacking and what have you. Like I think it's really cool, and it's got its puzzle elements, and yeah, it's like, you know, a really cool cast of characters. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I got quite tired because I done my night shift last night, and I woke up early to get my body clock back in normality. But yeah, I mean, mind you, like the rest of the year, GTA 6 will be out in a few months' time, and there's the Ocarina of Time remake as well. Yeah, quite a bit more like that's out there. I mean, we'll see. It'll be cool to see Pragmata in there, but if not that, it'll be. I imagine it'll be in like best action. It'll be like nominated for like best action adventure or something like that. But yeah, I think it's a really good game. I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it to anyone. Like, not expensive game either. I bought my copy off eBay for 30 quid, so yeah, that's pretty damn cheap. And yeah, that's probably what the price is worth for it, like for a game of that size, you know. So yeah, it's really, really good. Check it out. I mean, there's actually a demo I believe you can play for, because I played the demo on the Switch 2, and I enjoyed it, but then I ended up getting the game itself for PS5. So it's available on all consoles, all current gen consoles, should I say. So yeah, and try the demo out. I highly recommend it. I think it's really good. Been playing a bit of Tony Hawk's as well. Been just gone back to playing Tony Hawk's 3 and 4 on the Switch 2, and I forgot like how far into the game I actually was. So yeah, I started playing Tony Hawk's 3 because it's the 3 and 4 remaster, whatever it is, and I forgot how far through I actually was. So I'm actually onto the cruise ship, which is the last level, and there's a few more objectives I still need to do. It's quite hard. Like I need to get like the high score, which is like 500,000, like within the space of 2 minutes of playing this game, this level. And there's a few other things that I just need to do as well. Sorry, excuse me. Right, I gotta wrap this up before I fall asleep on the microphone. Couple of a couple of music releases that are out there now at the moment. Long Goodbye have released a new EP. They are a metalcore band from like the Common Strife record label, who kind of like specialize in that kind of genre, like the early noughties, mid noughties, like metalcore revival, hardcore crossover type thing. And yeah, there's a lot of good bands on there. They also got Long Goodbye, who are on this label, and yeah, they've just dropped a new EP. Last week, a couple of weeks ago, they released a single, and then they went, right, okay, next week there's a new EP, go get it. And yeah, the EP is called A Whispered Promise of Failure. So yeah, very metalcore indeed. 4 tracks, done in 12 minutes. This is a really, really good EP. I bloody well enjoyed it. So, you know, proper feral sounding, heavy riffs, like got that metalcore like scale to it. And they're from the northeast. They're from County Durham, I believe. Either way, they're from Newcastle. But, you know, gotta love it. Got to love it. But yeah, this is a really cool EP. I like it. I'm going to give it a few more listens. And yeah, it is a complete blast of intense like metalcore. So if that's your bag, do go listen to it. And yeah, that's it really. There is another EP that I listened to like literally last night, because I thought maybe this might be a topic of interest for the podcast, and I saw that it was out. And the reason being that I thought it would be an interesting one to talk about, because Barney Greenway of Napalm Death is featured all across this EP. It's by an artist called Sal. The EP is called Sal, and the EP is featured Barney Greenway of Megadeth. Not Megadeth. That's Dave Mustaine. Napalm Death. Close. I was half right. But yeah, Napalm Death, they were just on like the NPR thing a few weeks ago, and that's doing really well, that video. And he's on this EP now, and this is fucking terrifying. This is just like some really like dreadful like noise, like really heavy atmospheric sort of techno like electronic music, but it's literally just got Barney Greenway going like it's fucking like I shit myself. I was listening to this on my dinner break at work, and like it was just like a noise just going. Then Barney comes in going, and like that's it's like that all the way through this 4-track EP. There's a song called Blazing in the Sun where it's like blazing in the sun, blazing in the sun. Exhaust and Flesh Circuit, those are another 2 tracks. Yeah, if you like music that's quite terrifying and you got an angry Brummy like yelling down the microphone, go ahead. That's all I will say. But I listened to it and I was like, I don't know whether I enjoy this or not. Like I wasn't in the right frame of mind. I was just like sat in the break room at work, which is like really highly like brightly lit, and you know, I was just did a break trying to eat a sandwich, and all of a sudden like I was just dominated by like, and that was the EP basically. Probably a bit much for some folk, but yeah, not for the faint of hearted. So that is Sal by Sal featuring Barney Greenway, and that'll do it. That'll do it for this week's episode. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for listening to the last week's episode. For anybody who did listen to that, I'm going to make some tea now and try and wake up a little bit. Yeah, so hope you have a lovely weekend. And do take care. I'll check you out. I'll see you next week. I don't know what's happening next week. Don't know what's happening, but we'll see. That's the beauty of this podcast. We just never know. It's that spontaneous. And yeah, if you enjoyed the episode, do feel free to leave a review on Apple or Spotify or whatever. Helps the podcast get out for anyone who is interested in this MonoBlog pile of shit. If you listen to on YouTube, do drop us a subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of new content. And there's videos on the DanDixonMusic YouTube, Instagram, TikTok of guitar stuff. Hopefully going to do a me and my guitar episode soon. I might do it on the Gretsch, because that guitar deserves some love, and I love playing that thing. So yeah, I'll see you next week. Take care, like I say, and